Well, hello and welcome to my play-by-email game of Strategic Command versus the Taxman. Now, during my last turn, I made some moves with my navy and took out two of the Royal Navy's cruisers. I think it was a heavy cruiser and a light cruiser. Now, I was rather nervous because I didn't manage to get my vessels back to port, and so they were left rather exposed in the North Sea. Now, I did receive a message from the Taxman, and literally it said, "Ouch, ballsy," which I thought was quite funny. And he said, obviously based on his turn, that storms in the Atlantic saved me from retribution. I'm not quite sure what that means. I don't know whether it just means he wasn't able to completely wipe out my vessels, or whether he only did partial damage, or whether he couldn't actually get to them at all. I don't know. Let's find out right now. Let's watch what he did. Okay, now let's see what's going to happen. It's thinking. Still thinking. Nothing is happening. I'm quite happy. I'm hoping this means he didn't actually manage to get to my vessels at all. Oh, he's back to my submarine. Okay, well that's no surprise. So as a French submarine attacked me, now a Royal Navy submarine. No damage so far. Another British submarine there. This time I took 1 damage. And I think that means that he didn't get to my vessels in the North Sea at all. Oh, fantastic. So I have a decision to make. Now, the hull of our proposed aircraft carrier, the Graf Zeppelin, is currently awaiting completion. Completing it as an aircraft carrier will cost us 200 MPPs at 25 MPPs a turn for 8 turns, and it will be ready in January 1942. Would you like to continue with production as an aircraft carrier? Yes or no? Yes, I will, because I think 200 MPPs for an aircraft carrier is very cheap, and they are very useful and powerful vessels. So yes. Another decision. Lithuania remains within our sphere of influence as the USSR has rejected our offer of revised borders and friendship treaty. Yes, I noticed that because the border with Russia is still bang up against Warsaw, which I was very disappointed about. And I've played this game and I've watched quite a few. I've played this game once and I've watched quite a few Let's Plays of this game. And I have never seen the USSR reject the revised borders and friendship treaty. So it has to happen to me, doesn't it? Anyway, moving on. Lithuania would give us a good launching pad for a future invasion of the USSR should we seize the country before Stalin is ready to counter us. Annexing Lithuania would undoubtedly cause some alarm in the Soviet Union, but it shouldn't lead directly to conflict unless we were to follow it up with acts of aggression against Latvia or Estonia. Would you like to authorize the annexation of Lithuania? Let's just have a look at the notes on this. Obviously, I've never had this decision to make before because I've never had the revised borders rejected. So it says, by saying yes to this, Germany will annex Lithuania in March. So that's next month. And the USSR will swing 7 to 10% towards the Allies. If you say no, then the USSR will have an opportunity to annex Lithuania in June 1940. Ouch. Well, having the USSR swing that far towards the Allies will obviously bring them into the war sooner. Obviously, unless I invade, unless I do a Barbarossa and invade beforehand. I think I'm going to say yes because I have lost that land in Poland, and therefore my starting point in Poland is far further west than I'd like it. I think I need the advantage of having Lithuania annexed and being part of German territory. So I'm going to say yes and hope that wasn't a bad move. Okay, our first reinforcements. So we have a paratroopers unit, a Fallschirmjäger. Now I'm actually just going to leave this for now. I will place that towards the end of my turn once I have finished moving my German units. So, beginning of our turn. So let's start off in the Atlantic as usual. I'll zoom out, try and find my submarine, the U-30. And oh goodness, they keep chasing me further and further west. My supply is down to 0. My strength is getting less and less. My morale is 4%. That's terrible. But what I need to do is finally get to a position where I can escape. I think this is just going to keep going on and on and on the way it's been going so far. If I just keep staying in silent mode and moving the distance that I've been moving. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into hunt mode, which allows me to move further away, but goodness, it's really not that much further, is it? Let's have a look at silent mode again. Yeah, it's about another 3 hexes. But he's going to find me regardless. He's got so many destroyers searching for me. I think I'm going to go with the hunt mode and try and inch away in this direction. So that he will have seen me move. And that way he's seen me moving up there. So what I'm now going to do is I'm now just going to come all the way down here and hope I don't bump into anything and hope that maybe tricks him. Let's just try this. Okay, that worked. Yeah, so we will see whether that will mean he'll focus his search up in this area or not. Yeah, it's like a game of cat and mouse, isn't it? Right, well, over here, I don't want to chance my luck too much. I can't believe he left that aircraft carrier over here. I will have a quick look for it in a minute. But in the meantime, I'm going to, well, not. I was going to move my cruisers away, but just in case, I'm going to go into hunt mode. So I've got more chance of getting back to a port. And then I'm just going to have a quick search over the coast here. And that's about as far as I'm... Oh, I will actually go a little bit further. Yeah. Come down here. That's one more, I think. Enemy contact with the battleship. Okay, well, oh no, I actually don't want that. Oh well, I overextended myself there. Oh, what do I do? What do I do? The thing is, all of his destroyers are in the Atlantic, and these vessels, his surface vessels, as I said, I think I said before, don't have much in terms of anti-submarine capabilities, so I'm not too fussed. The biggest danger are his bombers and his aircraft carrier. So what I need to do is just try and get as far away from his bombers, which are here. I don't think I'm going to get far enough away, and I can't switch back into silent mode. You can only change mode at the beginning of the turn. So he's in danger. That was a bit foolish. I'm not going to be as foolish with the others. So first of all, I'm just going to clear these 2 ports out, and I'm going to move these 2 destroyers away. So I'm going to move that destroyer into there. I'm going to move... Let's go into cruise mode. And then I can move it all the way over here, get it well out of the way. And now, can these all reach there? In fact, if I put that into cruise mode, I think I can bring that one all the way over to here. Yes. So I'm going to get them into port, and that will resupply them, and I will also reinforce them next turn, so get them back up to 10 strength. And so I need 4 ports because I'm going to bring both of these submarines back. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll bring cruiser over to there. Bring the Scharnhorst battle cruiser to there. And then the submarines, that's the U-35. And then the U-32. Okay. They're safe. Good. So, coming on to the land units. We'll carry on with moving and upgrading and reinforcing these. So, he's in the front, so we'll reinforce him. Now, as I said before, I think I want to bring my armour down a little bit further south. I would like to have it on a road. So maybe I'll bring this armoured unit down through here. So I'll move that core down. Into there. And next turn I'll do some upgrades and reinforcing of that unit. The other armoured unit I would like on another road. So either there or there. I think I'm going to try and get it to here. Yeah. So bring that core over. Now I would like my army in the main thrust. It's going to be through here. So I'm actually just, yeah, I'll move it forward first. So I forgot to reinforce that fighter last turn, so we'll do that right now. So this headquarters will work up here. It's von Boch. Von Rundstedt is my best, so I want him on the center group here. I think I maybe just need to move some of these fighters out of the way. Get a fighter out of the way there. No, it's not enough. Move him over there. I'll reshuffle those around after. Ah, of course. I thought it meant that he could get through here. He can't. Okay, so I'll just bring him forward and we'll move him into position. Koblenz, I think, next turn. And he is going to kind of work. There'll be a big large group of forces here as well, so I'm going to bring von Kuchler there. Now this one I'm going to upgrade for the mobility, so hopefully that will get greater movement next turn. This one needs mobility and infantry weapons upgraded. I think, does this need mobility still? Yeah, there's a lot of mobility issues. This one's okay. Okay, so we'll just keep bringing it over. Going to bring the Fallschirmjäger paratroopers down there, the 7th Fallschirmjäger. Which ones of these haven't I done? So does that have mobility? Nope, so we'll give it mobility. And how about mobility for this one? Yes. Okay, so it's still going to be a good number of turns before I get the forces all into position here and rested and reinforced. We'll just have to keep at it. I'm probably going to be a little bit late or later than the historic invasion of France, but I'm not too concerned about that as long as it's not a significant delay. So I think that is everything I want to do. Yep, that's everything I want to do with the German forces. So let's head down to Italy. This unit needs reinforced. It's going to take a big chunk. Yeah, that took. Wow, Italy just does not have the MPPs. It's crazy. Okay, so that means I can't transport this unit here this turn either. So doesn't matter. Let's just keep nibbling away at reinforcing the aircraft here as well. So we're down to 3, so we can't do anything more with that at the moment. We'll definitely get that unit transported next turn. Keep moving this army forward. You know what? I think I can't force march it. Yeah, it's because it's I I think it's because its supply level is too low. I think that's the reason. I think the supply has to be at least 5 to be able to do a forced march. Or it might be because the readiness and morale are so low. Anyway, it's in a very poor way. Okay, we can at least get the armoured unit much further forward. Okay, so that's it for Italy. There's no MPPs left for Italy, and there's no MPPs left for Germany. So I think that's it. Yeah, because of the upgrades we were doing here on mobility, it's eating up all the German MPPs. That's fine. So that's all my turn. So let's hand it over to the taxman, and let's see if any events come up. Okay, yes, the British celebrate the capture of the Altmark in Norwegian waters. German forces march into Lithuania. So that's as a consequence of the decision I made. Okay, fantastic. I hope that doesn't cause too many problems and the USSR doesn't come in too much sooner. So yeah, Germany's got 217 MPP and Italy has collected 73. Yeah, well, that's it, folks. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this series. Please give me a thumbs up if you're enjoying it. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Check out my Patreon page. I would really appreciate that. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, folks. Take care. Bye-bye.